honestly, it's been such a long time. I've just been caught up with work, and I just haven't had the time to make YouTube videos, but hopefully I can make a comeback. We actually did some cool things to my car since the last video. I got new wheels, and now, today, we're going to be installing this IAG air oil separator. The reason why I'm installing this, my cam seals, they were leaking oil, but now I think it's the problem with my air oil separator. This guy, this is a Grimspeed one. The problem with this is that it actually increases the crankcase pressure, and that's probably pushing the oil out of the seals. So we're going to be installing this one because this one will equalize the crank pressure from left to right, and it will take off a lot of the load on the seals. So that's why we're installing this. But it's gonna be a fun process. I don't think it's gonna be that hard, to be honest. Yeah guys, this will not be a full tutorial on how to do this. I can post this link in the bio. IAG actually has all the steps on the website, and I think it's a lot more clear. You can go through each one, find each hose, and do it that way. But I'm just gonna make like a short little montage of me doing it, and then the problems I run into. So, but yeah, I would recommend. I'll link that in the bio if you guys are doing this install as well. But I will not be showing the full tutorial. But yeah, I'm gonna get started right now. I gotta take off the intercooler. I gotta take off the air intake. One thing I'm worried about is on the STI, because that's what the diagram is kind of showing. There's a crossover tube, so I'm not sure where the top one will go. I'm pretty sure it's, I think it's this one or this one on the top. I'm not sure where that's gonna go, but it's all gonna work out. I know that this is gonna fit, so it should be alright. Why we lose. Thing on right there, and that connects to the top of the AOS. I had a problem with the nipple down there. It's hard to see it, but yeah, it's right down in there. Basically, I had to glue it back on because it broke off. Alright guys, so we got it on. I'm about to give it the first start. Weird sound it's making. I think I double checked everything. I still have one clamp I need to get down onto that hose, but I don't have the tool, so I'm gonna have to go to my friend's house for that. But let's give it the first start, and I guess pray for the best. But let's do it. Alright. Here we go. Clutch is in. Driving her home now. Everything is going good. I'm just listening for sounds of like loose leaks or just any hissing, anything like that. But I don't know, I'm gonna just ease onto it until I can get everything fixed, and then I can rip it some. But that's where we're at right now, so I guess it's going good so far. We'll see if there's any problems before I get home. But so now I'm gonna explain all the major problems I did have, like I promised. So yeah, let's get started with that. That was a pain was getting this breather hose. So this one goes all the way back through there and runs into one of the ports on the side, but it goes down into there, and it attaches to the valve cover. The problem with this one is I have all this stuff in the way, so to get the clamp on there was pretty hard. But what I ended up doing is using a long needle nose plier, and that helped me get that one on. I don't know if you can see it, but right down in there. But yeah, so the next problem I ran into was when I was tightening down the throttle body. I over tightened one of the bolts on the bottom. I ended up breaking a bolt, so I am missing one bolt. I just gotta order it, get it retightened. It should be fine for now, but I do want to take care of that as soon as possible. Obviously I don't want to be running this car without all of the bolts I need. So that was my second problem. Third problem is, this is probably the most important one for my WRX owners. So on the STI, like I was saying before, you have the crossover breather hoses on the intercooler. The problem with the WRX, or any car that doesn't have those crossover tubes, so I had to take the Grimspeed one, I had to cut off this piece of tube, I had to attach it here, clamp it down, and then attach it here. So you have to have a little bit of extra hose if you want to make this connection work, which luckily I did have at the time, so that was good. Other than that, this thing is going just fine. I was ripping it yesterday, and we actually had no problems, so I'm excited. I just saved myself probably around $750, and obviously I want to work on my car myself. I feel like it's better to know exactly what bolts you've put down on the car. It just gives you a peace of mind to do it by yourself. Lastly, this oil cap right here was $70, but hear me out here. With that yellow IAG and the yellow oil cap, I want to make this engine bay have a yellow theme. Those brake calipers, see how they're red? I was thinking about painting them yellow as well and keeping the Subaru logo. I think that would be pretty badass at a car meet, hood open, yellow engine bay, yellow brake calipers, and yeah, we'll have to get this hose replaced as well with yellow. Next video, I'm really excited to say I will be getting a Tomei exhaust. Actually like $100 out if I'm just sending it. This car is pretty quiet as it is, but I'm really excited to say that that's going to be the next video. Well, eventually that's going to be so much louder, it's going to sound so much more aggressive. But until then, thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button.